Hello friends, Dr. Kr.Chakrabarti on behalf of Study Festivity. Friends, once again I am with you with the subject economics. It is the 111 class on economics. The area is the third class on third class on the branches of economics. Today, this time, in this deliberation, I am going to take up the macroeconomics. Okay, I have already told you. First of all, I have given you the branches of economics. First class, I did have a general discussion. There, I told that economics can be divided into two parts, as Ragnar Frisch said, microeconomics and macroeconomics. And in the last class, I took up microeconomics in detail, and right now in this class number 3 on branches of economics, the topic is macroeconomics and its classification. Macro, as the name suggests, what is macro? Macro refers to large. It is the aggregate economics. Okay, microeconomics was specific unit, smallest unit of the economic organization, while macroeconomics is the aggregate of all. So whenever you are considering firm A, firm B, firm C, firm D, firm X, firm Y, firm Z, here we are considering all the firms, and that is known as macroeconomics. Macroeconomics is the aggregate economics. Okay, the word has been originated again from the Greek word macros, M-A-K-R-O-S, macros. Macros means large. Okay, now how to define macroeconomics? Microeconomics was concerned with the decision making of the smallest unit, be it customer, be it resource provider or firms. Here, macroeconomics is the study of the overall economic phenomena of a nation, all the happenings, all the happenings in the area or economic activity and the economy, all the activities happening all over the arena is taken together, and that comes under the purview of macroeconomics. Macroeconomics, basically it concerns with the problem of full employment. All these terms you will know later on. All will be detailed discussion in later on. Okay, then GNP, that is gross national product. Full employment, that is employment. Do you know employment? Making the working personnel engaged in the different activities, production, distribution, and in the production area, distribution area, and service area. Okay, and tertiary sector. See, that is the total employment of the persons. GNP is the output, is the total output generated within the economy. Gross national product. That is the total output in terms of goods and services produced in an economy. Okay, then savings you know, savings is that part of the money which is basically kept aside for meeting the different exigencies in the coming days. That is savings. Investment refers to the amount you have put into action. Investment basically refers to the fund, the resources, the wealth you have put into action for carrying on your production, distribution, and consumption activity. So it is investment, and so these are the basic area of macroeconomics. Macroeconomics basically is a very vast area of economy. It concerns the economy as a whole, the nation, the economy of the nation. So economy of the nation as a whole, not only the nation, but the economy of the nation in comparison to other nations of the world, that is also taken up for consideration in macroeconomics. Okay, so unlike microeconomics is concerned with the microestimate, that is the smallest level, organized organs such as customer, firms, resource providers, like that. But in case of macroeconomics, it is used for the whole of the economy. It is whole of the economy. So the totality of micro is taken together under the head macro. So macro is the totality of the micro elements. Okay. Here the first area, and these macroeconomics can be segregated into 5 parts. Number 1, theory of national income. What is national income? National income refers to all the goods, products and services originated within a nation at a particular period of time. That is national income. It is basically known as GNP, gross national product. There are some classification, there are some deviation from the GNP, net national product, disposable national product, and many other things that will be taken up separately when I will take up national income. Then the question of a theory of output and employment. Employment, do you know, employment is the putting the resource personnel, putting the working personnel in the process of production, distribution and service. That is the employment. And the output refers to the product generated by them. That is the product generated by the application of the whole working force within the within the economy. The total employment, that is the total person employed in the consumption, production and distribution of services, and the output generated by them will come under the periphery theory of output and employment. Then theory of general price level. You know that whatever is being produced ought to be sold in the market. Okay. In case of microeconomics, we have taken up the theory of pricing, we have taken up the theory of cost, okay, theory of supply. But here the total economy, the total price level of the economy is considered. It encompasses the whole of the price, okay, whole of the product, whole of the prices of whole of the production products and services. That is comes under price level. And theory of economic growth. Economic growth is basically the level at which the economy is working. Basically, say you have started from 0. Now from 0 you must go up, and again it is a continuous process of growing up and going up, and that is the growth. What is growth? Growth is the additional development. Growth is the additional development of an economy during a particular period. Okay. Say in period 1, you have the development of X. Now in period 2, you must have the development of X plus, say X plus any value P. P may be the P or G, X plus G. So G is the growth between these two periods. So it is economic growth. And then comes the theory of money. Money, what is money? Money is a matter of functions for a medium, a measure, a standard store. Okay, that I have already told you. Now this money comes from what? In each and every economy, ministry is there, and so finance ministry governs these things, the total supply of money. Then this total supply of money by the ministry is given to the charge of total supply, total governance of this money is given to an autonomous body, and that is known as the central bank of the economy. In India, the central bank is Reserve Bank of India. So Reserve Bank is the authority of controlling the total money supply. You are not considered here. We do not consider the money in the hands of Mr. X, money in the hands of Mr. P, money in the hands of Q or any other. It is the total money supply which is available within the economy, and it is governed by the central bank of the country, as the responsibility is given by the government. Okay, the finance ministry gives this responsibility to this body. It is an autonomous body, in fact. Okay, and that is known in our country. It is known as Reserve Bank of India. So, friends, these are the basic classification of macroeconomics. Okay, theory of national income, theory of output and employment, theory of general price level, theory of economic growth, and then comes the theory of money. Now, what are that as discussing this part, I have already told you what should be the different area. First of all, the economic fluctuation. Economic fluctuation means the ups and downs within the economy. There are different isms. There are different, just if you go through the present trend, in the last 2 or 3 years, our economic activities all over the country, have been suffered by as a result of COVID. Okay. Now COVID has resulted in huge reduction in the level of national growth, as the economic activities remain suspended for a good number of months, for a very good quantum of periods. So it is the national economic fluctuation. Presently, there is an economic fluctuation. An economic fluctuation means affected as a result of the war between Russia and Ukraine. So because this is global environment, this is global issue, and this global issue has been affecting the export import of our country too, and this results in economic fluctuation. So macroeconomics studies economic fluctuation, general employment. As I have already told you, employment is the engagement of the total personnel in all the economic activities which are producing goods and services. That is general employment. Inflation is the change in price level. When the price level, average general price level goes up, it is known as inflation. And when the total general price level goes down, it is known as deflation. Okay. The balance of payment position, in the present world, we cannot survive alone. And a country cannot survive with its own. He can produce a good number of things, when it cannot produce all the things. He is specialized, a particular country is specialized in producing a particular 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 particular products. This we can produce in a good quantum. Okay. And after meeting the national demand, internal demand, we can export this to others. In the same way, we can import those goods which we are not producing, or the production of what is not up to the level of meeting our internal demand. Just socho, India is now importing very good quantum of gas and crude oil from Russia. Okay, and India is given a huge supply of wheat to Russia. Okay, so as a result, and this happens not only between two countries, but between India and many other countries. So many other countries we are connected to huge number of countries as to the import, as to the export. Now the question of payments are to be made, and this comes under the purview of balance of payment position and the overall economy. That is the total functioning of the economy. Economy, I have told you, economy refers to all these organizations which are engaged in total production, distribution and consumption of goods and services of a particular nation. Okay, that is economy. So here, this is the more or less the overall presentation of this branch of economics, that is macroeconomics. Now what is the importance of macroeconomics? Macroeconomics, it explains the working of the economy. How does your economy, the economy of a particular nation is working, and it is depicted through the analysis of macroeconomic issues. So after analyzing macroeconomic issues, we can easily spell out what is the how an economy is working. Then it helps in formulation policy. The government is always formulating some policies and programs. What government is in charge of the total development of the country, the total development of the person working over there, the total industrial activities, total service activity. So the government of a country, of a nation, or I would like to say a nation, is responsible for the total development, total growth of an economy, and in order to do that, the government has to carry on, has to formulate different plans, different programs, different policies, and so it is macroeconomics that helps in formulating those policy, analyzing issues, focusing on analyzing issues facing an economy, whatever be the problem. Now the present problem of our economy is what? Unemployment problem. Okay. Now there is some problem of defense also, when your beautiful friends like China and Pakistan both are over there. So you have to make necessary analysis of all the issues that may affect the security, safety, development and growth of the economy. It helps in international comparison. Right now, just I have told you the international, what is the level. Now India under the leadership of Modi is in such a state which we did not have 10 years back, 10 or 12 years back. 10 or 12 years India was much more in the hands of either Russia or America. Now India is playing its cards. In one hand Russia, in one hand America. Nobody can impose, none of these two countries can compel our country to achieve what they want to do by our country. Our country is comparatively going to achieve that place where it can take its own decision, it can handle the superpowers of the world like Russia, China, America and many others. Okay, so it is that, and better understanding of macroeconomics. If you want to know your particular room better, you have to know the totality of your house. So the total house is macroeconomics, and your room is microeconomics. Okay, so if you understand the macroeconomics part well, you can easily understand that each and every issues affecting the working of macroeconomic, affecting at the economic level of the country. So these are the basic importance and significance of macroeconomics. Many other areas also there, but all these are not supposed to be discussed right now. Okay, so for today's discussion, this is sufficient, friend. Go through properly with the issues, with these three aspects: branches of economics, microeconomic analysis and macroeconomic analysis. In the next class, I will take up the distinction between micro and macro. Okay, microeconomics and macroeconomics. So thank you, friends. Stay beautiful. Okay, thank you.